Back to another Saturday night, and first strike tonight. That's what's on the menu. I'll be right back. All right, sorry about that. Ran into a little problem there. Okay, sorry I just left everybody hanging. Okay, real quick. And so you don't have, I guess you can look at my ugly mug while I do this. I will make a quick post with the link to tonight's live stream. Copy link. Who all's in here? Phoenix, what's up? Cyanide Cookies. Dan, all the way on the other side of the world. I found out something interesting yesterday that I'd never thought about. The question or it just had never entered my mind. But you guys see the moon upside down from what we see it? Like, I don't know. We still only see the same side of the moon, but you see it inverted, right? Inverted. Anyway, I thought that was interesting. Good old Australia. Well, Tasmania to be exact. I need to look in to see how much plane tickets would be to fly over. I think an Australia trip is in my future. I've been thinking about it a lot. Who else is in here? Let me say hello to Jay Watterson. What's up? Fordman, what's up? Melvin, what's up? And I think I've gotten everybody that's commented. Hey, Smokey, how's it going, mate? It is going. It is going. It's not bad. I'm not going to complain. I don't have anything to complain about. If you put your life, as long as you're not dying of some ailment, then I mean, or a very close family member or something, then you probably don't have much to complain about. Which we do have a family member that's not doing well, and they don't know if he's going to make it through the surgery. He's been a pretty close family member, probably one of the closest on Amber's side of the family. They were supposed to do surgery yesterday, and they postponed it because they can't get fluid off of him. He's a big guy, and he needs open heart surgery. And now they're wanting to do it Monday. I hope they can get the fluid off of him. I haven't had an update since yesterday or the day before. I don't know. Anybody that wants to throw prayers out there for him, his name's Sam, and he could use them. What do you want, Goose? Ah. What was that about? Goose? She's being goofy. Oh, I gotta scale that up. Holy. That's fine. Next. So the first strike rations. Is it confirmed that they're done because of the CCAR or CCAR close combat assault rations? Because I started looking into it. I don't know. I spent a few hours researching, and the consensus is that that's supposed to be the replacement. I mean, it's not there yet, in my opinion. I'm hoping that these ones that have hit the market are like a preliminary run, 3 menus. That's lacking pretty hard. I know it seems like, well, no, they didn't. I was going to say they went for the more popular menus. I can't imagine tuna being one of the more popular of the menus. I don't know. I don't even have mixed feelings about it. I don't like it. I get that they're slightly lighter, but for what they're saving versus how much food, calorie-wise, they're very similar as well. So the first strike running 28, 29. Those are running around 27, 27.50 even, I think. So, yeah, they squeezed more calories into a smaller space and in less items, which means to me that they are enhancing certain, well, they're picking calorie dense items also. Ow. All right. Had an itch. I don't know. You're getting probably half the stuff, and they've cut off maybe 9-10 ounces. Again, the size difference is noticeable. I mean, I can't remember how much a case of First Strikes weighs. Was it 29 pounds for nine rations? I think it was. And then you got the CCAR, the CCAR, or whatever we're going to call them, that are a case of 12 of those weighs 29 pounds. So it's a 3 mil difference weight wise, being the same as 9 of the first strike rations. But it's just it's a lot less food items. I mean, a lot less choice. you know, I don't know. I think there's a place for the CCARs. I just don't think that they should replace the first strike rations. I think the first strike rations probably one of the more favored rations out of everything that they've got going on right now. They should just keep them around to use in certain types of situations where they would fit. I think that there are times where guys are literally on the run and they cannot stop to prep and have a meal. But the first strike ration is kind of supposed to be that way as well, and it still can be. But at the same time, that is a proper day's worth of food, whereas the CCAR, I mean, you're going to eat most guys are going to eat that in like one setting. Hungry young dudes burning through calories. What do you guys think? Have you guys looked into the CCARs at all? I mean, I know that they've hit YouTube. Steve did the prototype ration a couple, 2.5 years ago, something like that. I don't know, a while back. And then probably about 3 months ago, these kind of hit the civilian eBay market, and you started to see the reviews rolling out. I think the overall consensus is that they're lacking a lot versus these. So I hope that they keep these around, but I don't have a lot of hope that will be the case. I mean, but I have a hope. Odds are not very favorable. I only had a first strike ration for the first time earlier this year, Fordman. Okay, so the first strike ration. It's kind of the military's version of easy to pick up and eat gas station type snack food, or stuff that you would just go to the pack in your pockets to the movies or something. Just stuff that you can eat on the go, right? I wish that I would like to see is them incorporate. Now there was and is a couple first strike menus that have the was it garlic chicken was one, so it had a proper retort in it, proving that they can put a retort in here. Why not throw a beef stew in one? Why not? You know what I mean? Like if the guys have time to eat it, heat it up and eat it, pick the menus that are the best to eat cold. Beef stew would be one of those. Flavor-wise, it gets a little gelatinous texture-wise, but flavor-wise and edibility, easy to eat. That would be one. The Mexican-style chicken stew, that's a good one. Burrito bowl is kind of runny and sloppy, so I don't know. Maybe it's the chicken stew. One of them's runny. I always get them confused, so it's probably the other way around. But I don't know why they couldn't just throw a proper main in all 9 of these instead of throwing tuna, which I ordered one that was supposed to not have tuna in it, and the guy sent me this one. I specifically ordered the one that I ordered because I don't like tuna. It's not my thing. I didn't grow up near any type of ocean. I live right next to the Ohio River, and I grew up also next to the Canal River. But you're not really supposed to eat the fish out of either one of those rivers. Let's preface everything by saying that. The Ohio River is not healthy. There's a lot of chemical plants and power plants and steel mills, and aluminum plant was up there. A lot of plants right on the river, and all these plants take water to run. Well, if they're running water through it like they do through turbines and stuff, like if there's any excess, they'll have a hot water distribution, and that ain't clean water. Not even, it's yeah. Even though they're supposed to not be polluting the river, they're allowed to a certain extent. So anyway, you'd be okay with tuna as long as it does not have fat. Oh, it's going to have fat-free mayo. You know it will. You know it'll have fat-free mayo. You know that's what's coming in here. You know it. Do they? I never understood that. Like, you're trying to pack the most calories as possible. You're going to take the space for a package of mayo anyways. Why not go ahead and put regular mayo in there? Like Miracle Whip even. I would be so much happier with Miracle Whip or just something. Other than that fat, it's really odd, that stuff. It's like translucent. It doesn't have the right color. It doesn't have the right texture. Taking the fat out of mayo, like mayo is supposed to be fat. That's what it's supposed to be. So you're removing the main component of what mayo is supposed to be all about, really. I mean, what's up, Joe? Anybody else? Spicy tuna rolls. What's up? What's wrong with tuna? Hey, look, I can eat like I don't know. There's some sushi that I can eat that, I mean, California roll, and then they make this Ohio like crunchy tuna roll, I think, or crunchy. Anyway, it's got like the tempura on it. I gotta have that contrast with the little bit of crunchy texture to combat the gelatinous nature of everything else in there. So, I don't usually do this, but I've had this thing sitting around long enough for the lid to literally start rusting on this thing. That is rust. Don't ask me how that's happened, because I do not. Look, even on the top, it started to rust. It's a butter pecan. I don't usually start off like this. I'm going to start off this way today. And I don't usually do this either. It's... Oh! Wait. Oh, okay, yeah. That's what I thought. It's the last one. It's the last one in the pack. Usually I do not. I save it and give the pack away to someone with the one in it, and then they can choose to save it or enjoy it, whatever they want. If you go through all my vintage packs, I would say 80 to 90% of them that I've opened and smoked. Alright. So my nose is clogged up. I'm going after some Afrin right now. I will be right back. Yeah, usually I don't start off this way, but today, I don't know. It's just one of those days. So let me flip you back around real quick. Be right back. Okay. Had to add water to my boiling water in there. I have no idea where this came from. It was in my medicine cabinet. Amber found it the other day when she was looking for like sinus medicine. Alright, so I'm going to start off with this. I got this right here. This is 35 proof, so not, I don't know, it's probably about the same as like a can of beer, right? Maybe a little more, like volume wise. Beer's like 5%. Oh yeah, this would have to be more. This would have to be like double, probably like 2 beers worth. I don't know. Ooh, I wonder if that's any good. It's got cream in it. I've literally just had this sitting in there on the counter for years. Some sort of date on here. 1BPX883. Got some sort of code stamped on it. That doesn't mean anything to me. Oldsmokey. Not Oldsmokey. 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 Huh. I don't see a date on here anywhere. It's kind of weird. You'd think it had some sort of Best Buy, or especially having, yeah, it's got to have cream in it. This is the butter pecan moonshine. It's got no Best Buy date, no nothing. I mean, it smells all right. It looks a little wrong, especially like what's stuck to the inside of the lid up here. See that? It's like solidified up here. I don't know. It's probably fine. It's probably fine, right? Huh. It coated my mouth. It shouldn't do that. Like fat, you know? How when some of this food's starting to go bad, kind of how that beef stew did last week, kind of coated my mouth. But it had an excuse. It was 42 years old and had started to disintegrate. I did pay for that a bit afterwards, by the way. It's probably not good. I'm just going to guess that it does taste a little off. It doesn't have that classic, like, I don't know, that rancid, fat type taste. It's got some, I don't think it should taste, I don't indulge in this. So, this is an oddity for me to do something like this. Also some rust on the jar. I can definitely taste the pecan. I think the butteriness is what's weird. It's kind of gone off. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's supposed to taste just like this. I don't think it should coat my mouth, though. Oh, whoa. Ugh. Alright, well. There's that. I really want to cut the filter off one of these vintage Marlboros one of these days. I'm wondering if today should be the day. Smoke a non-filtered 50-year-old Marlboro. Let's see, this has got to be, it's 71 or back. 71 or back, it'd be 55, right? Well, 55, 56. Yeah, something like that. 55, 56 years old. Should I cut the filter off? Would that be ruining it? I don't think so. You know, we're going to experiment a little bit. Not something that I would typically do. Oh, I missed a spot. Oh, there it went. There'll be a lot of tobacco left in that filter. Just twist it off. That's all nice vintage unsmoked tobacco right there. Alright, try to put that back in the pack and save the tobacco, because I bet you I could roll up a really cool vintage cigarette with like loose tobacco. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Wow. That is bold. Holy cow. So much different than the filtered version, obviously. But I can't think of a I hope I didn't just burn my shirt with that piece of phosphorus off that match. I swear. Brand new shirt. I don't know what the back of my shirt says. What's the back of my shirt say? Can you read it backwards? Is it even on camera? What's it say? I don't know what it says. 17.5%. 36 proof. 38 proof? 35 proof, sorry. 35. If that doesn't do it, I did have another one sitting up here that I could drink. What did I do with it? Oh, crap. Huh. I don't know. Actually, you know what? I know where I got another one. Time out. I'll be right back. Cool. Oh, cool. This one's not even open either. How about that? I got a strawberries and cream one. So, real quick, the vintage, like, almost like muskiness of this tobacco. Musky in a good way, though. It's got like a kind of woodsy type flavor to it. It's super smooth. Strong, but really, really smooth. It's almost, I know this is going to sound kind of crazy, especially if you have not smoked or don't, whatever, but it's almost got like a texture to it and like a mouth feel. It's like thick. Almost has like a slight burning sensation to it. This one's been in the fridge for... Let's see if this one's got a date on it. No, it does not. Two of these ought to do it. I would think. I don't drink, so... That's pleasant. Probably should have kept the other one in the fridge too. This one's probably just as old. Three to 5 years, 7 years. That, way smoother too. No coating my mouth. It's pleasant. A little bit of that alcohol flavor in there, which I don't like, but tasty. I like strawberry though, so pretty good combination. Is it pretty American? I don't know. Is it? Some moonshine and a vintage cigarette before eating the first strike ration. Yeah. This one's the same, 35. Ow. It's burning my fingers. It's still kind of, I mean, it's not tiny yet, but it's burning my fingers. Don't want to waste it. I'll have to break out my dad mug up there. One of my kids got me, or probably Amber bought it. What is that? What is that? Ow. Oh. It's a vacuum attachment. I thought it was a bottle of cologne. Alright. I didn't roll that. I cut the filter off a Marlboro. First time I ever done that I can remember. Maybe I've done it before. I probably had to rip one off before. First time I ever cut one off, to my knowledge. Or to my memory, I should say. Anyway, let's get into this first strike ration. Let's see what it's all about. See what all is contained in this bad boy. So, these are, well, the mints are open. We already know that. Running about 2,900 calories. It is 24 hours worth of food. So, 3 meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner is contained in here. We're going to eat a good bit of it. I don't know. I'm probably skipping the tuna. I didn't want it in the first place. These, I thought I had like a little easy open corner on them. This one doesn't appear to have it. Weird. I thought they all had it. Where you can like split it open right here and pull it open. Excuse me. Well, that sucks. Because well, maybe they've done away with that. I know they used to be easy open. You could pull them open. I guess I'm going to have to cut this one open. Oh, well. Cut it right here. Hey, I'm in there. All right. Even though it's see-through, you can't see everything that's in it. The menus are online. This is, oh yeah, date code real quick. This is fresh, 232nd day of 2024. For me, super fresh. This is only, I mean, really a little over a year old. A year and 100 days old or so. Not even. All right, there's my nemesis, the tuna. It's the outdoor pouch. Same thing you can pick up at your local grocery stores. It's sold all over the place. The camouflage tuna pouch. What else we got here? We got the honey barbecued chicken in bread by Bridgeford. 310 calories. And this, what's the tuna got in it? Calories. 130. What's our protein in here? Where's the protein? 29 grams. Wow. That is a lot of protein, I must say. So, you know, if you like tuna, it's a great way to get some protein. I'd prefer to have some chicken. Ooh. First Strike Bar, cran raspberry. My absolute favorite MRE item of the modern era. That's it. That is one of the best flavored items that I've maybe ever had, period. It's so, I don't know, they're so good. I love them. Next up, we have a chocolate chip toaster pastry. All right, that's kind of in the breakfast aisle, kind of. And we have a, beverage-based powdered lemonade. Natural and artificial flavors. Huh. I don't know if I've had one like this before. Cool. Lemonade. What's next? What's this? Some crackers. Classic. Love seeing them in a First Strike ration, though. Love it. Next, some classic peanut butter. 1 ounce pack. Of course, they changed that back in 2015, I think. 14, maybe. 16, maybe. I'm not real sure. All I can smell is the mints now. What's this? Backyard. Oh, that's some sort of energy gel. I can tell by the feel of it. Mixed berry energy gel. So, anybody who knows me at all knows I'm a texture eater. And this stuff is the exact opposite type of texture that I enjoy. It's like my palate's nemesis. It's just a gelatinous. Now, the mixed berry is the best one to get, by far, in my personal opinion. Out of the, I know they've come out with some new ones with cookies and cream, I think, and chocolate. So I haven't had those yet. We'll see what those are like soon. One of my other favorite items is the filled French toast. This is such a good item. They knocked it out of Bridgeford. They knocked it out of the ballpark with this one. It is absolutely amazing. And I've been skipping out on the calorie counts here. Anybody wants to take a tally real quick, I'll go through them. So the honey barbecued chicken in bread was 310. Lemon pepper tuna was 130. 180 on the beverage base, 140 on the cran raspberry bar, 190 on the toaster pastry, 170 on the crackers, 160 on the packet of peanut butter, 140 on the mixed berry gel, 350 on the filled French toast. Amazing item, by the way. We got a teriyaki beef stick. 110 calories in this. 8 grams of protein. Not as much as I would have thought. It's still a good bit for a beef stick. Starting to run out of room. I'll have to hold this up here. What else we got in here? Oh, hey, look at that. Regular mayo. What? Well, how about that? 20 calories. Only 20 calories in a 28 gram or 1 ounce pack. I'll be daggone. Well, just, I'm tickled. Oh, well, there's our challenge mints that are empty. I'll have to read. Oh, no, they're not empty. There's one in there stuck in the, that's probably why it's stuck in the top. We got some barbecued corn nuggets. It's got 260 calories. No. Let me see if I can find that real quick. Here it is. Here is our cinnamon applesauce enhanced with maltodextrin. 170 calories in that. Here is our chocolate protein drink powder. Not a fan. Not a fan. Next up, we have some cheddar cheese pretzels. Nice. Some combos. We've got our accessory packet here. It's not much to it. And I suppose, in place of having coffee in there, is why they give us these challenge mints that are going to be 5 calories each, so 30 calories here. And what's the amount of caffeine in these? 100. It's probably 100 milligrams per. Where's our caffeine at? Doesn't it say somewhere? Ingredients. Caffeine is the second ingredient. Sorbitol is the first ingredient. And then natural peppermint and mint flavors. 85 milligrams. So these are less than the gum. 85 milligrams per serving. So per mint. And we've got our MRE spoon. And last, but probably least, is the extra bag for overflow of your, once you open it, this is what you, I don't know why they didn't just package it in this to begin with and seal the top of this with a nice tear notch. I don't know. Doesn't make sense. And then you've got, piece of cardboard says menu 5. All right. So that is everything. There's no calories contained in the accessory packet. So we have all the calories are laid out. The chocolate protein drink, 280 calories. The applesauce was 170. The barbecued corn nuggets was 260. So I would say we're up there. Did anybody happen to get a calorie count? I kind of want to figure it up because I want to know if we hit that 2,800. How about I just do it real quick? Pull up the calculator. All right. 260. plus 280 plus 170 plus 350 plus 110. Yeah. Plus 110 plus 160 plus 140 plus 20 plus 30 140 190 170 180 plus 310 plus 240 plus 130. 2880 is what we got. Not bad. Not bad at all. Only 120 calories shy of 3,000. And, well, there might be another, I don't know, what, 5-10 calories in the gum. So we might have hit 28, almost 2,900. 2880 to be exact without the gum and the accessory packet. So, not bad. Not a bad calorie count here. All right. So, let's pick out everything we're going to open. Cheddar cheese pretzels, the barbecued chicken sandwich, the lemonade. I'm not doing the tuna. Unless you guys really want to see some tuna. I'd like to see some bread for the tuna, to be honest. Oh, look at that. You got to be kidding me. Well, that just sucks. Wow. Junk. All right, tuna. And unless somebody really wants to see it. If somebody really wants to see the tuna, I will eat the tuna. All right. So we'll leave those out. I'll have one of those. I don't know if I'll need the crackers or not. As a matter of fact, what I think I will do is, I'll show y'all real quick. I saved one of the crackers from last week, so I have a 42-year-old cracker to have some peanut butter on. Filled French toast. We'll save the corn nuggets to go with the tuna. I think they kind of pair all right together. Yeah, no. Yep. I got the filled French toast already. You guys know what a Pop-Tart looks like. We don't need that either. We'll keep the peanut butter. Ugh, I don't know about this. Well, I'm questionable. Teriyaki beef stick. I don't know. And the applesauce. We're going to eat most of it. Not saving much here. Protein drink, some tuna, pack of crackers, and the mayo. That's pretty much it. The point was to try to open and eat as much as possible, so that's where we're at. Alright, real quick, I'm going to go throw this in some hot water because I want to try to eat this sandwich hot and see what that's like. All right. Everything's on the tray. There you go. Let me go through this in some hot water. That's all I need, hot water, right? You know what? I'm going to warm that up too. But, let's get everything else out real quick, because I want it to actually be hot. I don't want it to have to sit around for a few minutes. So, I don't know why I even did that. I don't know why. All right. Cheddar cheese pretzels. Nice. Look at that. Yum. Yum, yum. Nice little portion. Not quite. That's probably one of the little tiny gas station bags, I would say. Teriyaki beef stick. I'm going to tell y'all right now, I'm not a fan of these. I don't even know why I'm opening it, but oh, huh, that looks different. Grayson Natural Farms. I can't remember what the brand was on the last one I had, but the last one I had sucked. Hopefully this one's better. What's the packaging say? Package 4 Sapaco. Okay. First Strike bar. Again, my absolute favorite. Look at this thing. Oh, it's a fresh one too. Look at that. Oh, man. Oh, it smells so good. Peanut butter. I think I got some of that left over too, but that would kind of defeat the purpose. So we'll open this fresh peanut butter. That one that I had last week was different. It was kind of rough. Very, very thick and thirst-provoking. Will I need my big bowl? I will not. So I'll put the applesauce in a big bowl for a change. And this is cinnamon, so it should have some hint of a brown tint to it. No, not much. Whoop. I love me some applesauce. It's like milking a cow. It just keeps on coming out of there. Yikes. Oh boy. All right. Here's our cracker. That I'm still on the fence about. I don't even think we need to open this. There's a little package of cheap iodized salt in there, some wet naps, pack of butt ration, some matches, and some gum. That's it. What a joke. Do better. Nate, do better, man. Get better accessory packets, for real. So this takes 12 ounces. This is a big drink. Now I'm going to mix this in the bag and then dump it in the cup. So make our line here so you can see it on the inside of the bag. finish off this bottle and then we'll open a new one. Alright. I wonder if this has got some actual real fruit to it. Alright. Give it a shake. A lot of powder in here. I should have tried that on its own. Dang it. I forgot. I usually like to try the powders on their own. Especially something like this that I don't think I've had like this before. Maybe it's just a larger serving of the old lemonade. I don't know. Alright, let's do the Country Boy Brewing. That's appropriate for this one. Yep, definitely feeling those two Oldsmokeys. What's that say? Kentucky. Alright, well, that did not mix up very well. Lots of chunks of the lemon powder in there. I have to let this one sit in the bag for a minute. Get it open, check it one more time. Not really. I'm gonna let this one sit for a minute. My fingers are all sticky. Alright, I'm going to go throw these in some boiling water for a second. And I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to give that like 3 minutes. And what's our time looking like here? Adjust the camera, which I didn't do earlier. Do a little bit of zooming. There we go. That's better. Give this another shake. My hands are all sticky from this slightly leaking when I open it up. Yeah, this definitely isn't wanting to dissolve. Wait, who sent a super chat? I totally missed that. Let me go back. Wow, I missed it a long time ago. Hey, Dan, I got to head, guys and ladies, sitting outside of work at the moment. one of these days I will stick around if stick around for a chat. Well, thank you, Dan. I don't think you're probably still here. I apologize for missing your super chat earlier. The second mouse, what? I know the loudest mouse always gets the cheese. I don't know. It's probably about as good as it's going to get, I'd say, unless it's settled to the bottom. Let's see. Clearly, I didn't go the full 12 ounces. Looks like we pretty well got it. Good deal. Alright, I think my zoom's about right. I don't want to go much longer than 3 minutes on that stuff in there. And get this cracker out. Oh, cat must have got me. A fantastic example of a classic cracker right there. Oh, and I have this from 2001. It came out of one that Scott sent. It's a 198th day. I wonder what day the 198th day was. It had to be before 9/11. I don't know. Anyway, I've been wanting to eat that, and I thought, you know what? Maybe tonight's the night. Been saving it for whatever reason. Like, why? Cheese on the outside a little bit. We got any good cheesy ones in here? You know, it's kind of missing some of the pretzel. Eat that one. Nice and fresh. This definitely spiked my appetite. These got a little bit of a greasy after like mouthfeel. Coating my mouth. I don't like that. Alright, I'm going after the chicken sandwich. And the French toast. Alright, sorry I had to cut up some steak for my cat. Amber gave her some steak. Alright, honey barbecued chicken and bread. Not a sandwich, chicken and bread. Why don't they just call it a sandwich? I guess Bridgeford doesn't consider this a sandwich. Or were they trying to use like military jargon to make it sound I don't know, more official. So there's a little bit of the barbecue and chicken coming out of the end right there. We got our filled French toast sitting over here to the side. All right, let's crack it open. That's not, there ain't much going on in there, is there? Not much. They need to put more filling in it, man. Like, come on, Bridgeford, step up your game. That's just bread, more or less. All right, here we go. First bite. Honey barbecued chicken in bread. Nice and fresh. Usually when I eat these, they're 5, 10 years old. Really soft from where it's heated up, I guess. I don't know if I've ever heated one of these up. I've always eaten them cold. Pick up a little vinegar in the barbecue. A little sweetness from the honey. It's not real sweet, though. I will say it's easy to eat. Flavor's not bad. Obviously, I don't pick up on much chicken. A little bit of texture in there that I can feel if I, like, dig for it with my tongue. Slight metallic flavor as well. Feels like more fillings in the middle of the sandwich. I'm going to assume that they do some sort of like scooping method when they're making these, and then something flattens it out into the bread, or the bread itself comes down and tries to flatten it out, and it doesn't do a very good job because the majority of it's concentrated in the middle. I don't like that. I wish it was more well distributed, especially to these edges. Like, that's all just shelf-stable bread. I might try a little peanut butter on that here in a minute. Pretty strong flavor of metallic, metal. I shouldn't have that. Wasn't boiling that long. And it's coming from inside the sandwich. It's not like an external from the packaging flavor. Tim says this one looks better than the last one he had. That's not saying much, is it? These things are, I don't know. Yeah, again, easy to eat food. I get it. Bridgeford could do better with the construction of the sandwich. Add more chicken, because we want some meat to our sandwich. And fill it to the edges. Look at this. Look. Nothing. Just nothing. All the way. All that right there. Oh, little tiny, teeny tiny piece right there. I'll even pick it out there. Well, it's just barbecue sauce. It's not actually chicken. So yeah. Nothing in that. Just maybe half of the sandwich actually has chicken in it. It just needs to have more. Not the best tasting thing on the planet. Definitely not the worst. It's not that bad. Try some combos with it. Well, that was an improvement. The cheese really adds something to that. The texture, I'm not a fan of the crunchy with this sandwich, but the flavor that adds, it's worth it. The cheese really helps to balance out the sweet and vinegar flavor of the barbecue. It gives it a really nice, rich, savory flavor. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like that. Not bad. Not bad. Who else eats combos? Where's the cheesy side at? It's this side. Like this. Only eats half the pretzel or the cracker, whatever. If you do it that way, it's the perfect balance between the delivery of the either cracker or pretzel and the filling. If you just eat them as intended, whole, that one doesn't have anything in it. I feel like there's too much pretzel. Mm-hmm. Combos are always going to be a hit in my book. I'm a big fan of the nacho cheese ones, but I don't even know if those are around anymore. I don't think they are. They're nice and salty. I love that external salt on them. Look at that. Nice chunks of salt on there. They're pretty good. All right, so this is probably about maybe 9 ounces of the lemonade. I'm going to wash that down real quick. Hmm. Yeah, I definitely mixed that way too strong. It's very tart. And it's you know, the sweetness is not too much. It's pretty decent on the balance of the sweetness and the tartness. But it can handle just a little bit more. It's actually quite viscous, kind of thick in its texture. And for a lemonade, that's kind of weird usually. All right, peanut butter, vintage cracker. Say hello to each other here. New peanut butter, old cracker. Yeah, Fordman, I'm not a pizza fan either. My Amber likes the pizza flavored ones. I don't know why, but she does. And I think I've always thought they were weird as well. This peanut butter is not quite as thick and sticking to my mouth as last week's, which was 40 some years old. I can't remember, say 40. Was it 44? Wait, no. 43. It was 1983, I think. Or 84. I'm not sure. Anyway, this peanut butter is not as thirst-provoking and thick, stick to the mouth as last. This, you know, classic, fresh, like real peanut butter. I don't know what that other crap is that they've been making for decades now, but it ain't peanut butter, you know? I got a couple jars of it over here. Weird. When we were doing stuff for the TV show, like in the very beginning, me and Josh exchanged some items through the mail, and he sent me this jar of peanut butter. It's in a teddy bear, I believe. I don't know. I can't remember. It's sitting back here. Anyway, I opened the thing, and I pulled the original seal off of it and tried it. It was horrible. Absolutely. It was like eating Play-Doh, but with bad side effects to your mouth. Like it rancid. There was, I don't know, it was weird. And the thing is, peanut butter is so simple. If you just grind up peanuts, maybe add a little bit of oil or something, whatever you want to do to thin it out, it will just hold up in a package pretty much indefinitely, as long as it's sealed. So, I don't know why they used other stuff in peanut butter. This applesauce was separating. I'm sure you guys saw that before I started stirring it up like an idiot. I should have pointed it out. But here we go. Applesauce with cinnamon and maltodextrin. I think it said. Oh, yeah. Enhanced with maltodextrin. All right, here we go. I forgot to say. So the cinnamon is very, very pronounced in this. The maltodextrin itself, I mean, I guess they're just trying to add something there. You know, vitamins and mineral additives. Fortified, enhanced. But this is a very, very strong flavored cinnamon. Usually I don't taste the cinnamon very much. Usually it's very light. But with this, it's quite strong, actually. This is what I like to do right here. Vintage cracker and some applesauce. That's so good. The malted barley, the well-toasted caramelized cracker, the acidity of the applesauce kind of balances out the salt, and the flavor of the cracker. This is a very balanced little snack. I really do enjoy that. The only thing that'd make it better is if that was vintage applesauce. I like the vintage applesauce. All oxidized and dark brown. All right, here we go with the savory. Nope. That's all right. It kind of smells like a Penrose pickled sausage. Not quite as strong, but it does have that same meats, the same smell as what the sausages do. It's very salty. Preserved meat. Greasy. I don't pick up much on the teriyaki flavor. This needs to be spicy. If this had some like cayenne mixed through it or something, oops, it would be a lot better. Also, at this point, let's just go ahead and pickle it and make it up. Just the exact same as it tastes a lot like those old Penrose sausages I used to eat back in the day. If you don't know what that is, just these little pickled sausages that sit in a brine. But the meat in that tastes just like that from my memory. Very porky, beefy type, I don't know. It's not very beefy. It tastes like pork. I think because I'm just used to pork tasting like being cured like this. Maybe that's why it tastes a little different, because it's actually beef. Yeah, I could never tell you. Blindfolded, you'd never be able to tell. My first instinct would be to, I would think pork. I will say the texture of this one is way better than the last one I had. This is tolerable. The last one was, it was rough. And the flavor on the last one I had was pretty bad too. This is way better. I got an idea. If I only had some cheese, this would be pretty good. Yeah, there we go. We'll try it with the combo though. These three together. It's a lot. A lot going on. That was a bad idea. It's not bad, it's not good though. Although I would eat it that way. If I was like sick of this menu or sick of these items. It's got a good like mixed flavor once it all gets mixed up. The pretzel kind of throws it off though. It's kind of the only thing. Alright, I'll wait on that. Filled French toast. One of my favorite items. It smells like syrup of the maple variety. Oh, she's a little sticky on this side. There you go. Look at that. You got your like maple syrup gel that they put in the middle of that. Half of this thing is really sticky on the outside. Oh, it's kind of oozed out on the end here, I think. All right, still kind of warm. Give it a try. Down the hatch. Believe it or not, I think that's better cold. Now, I think throwing this into a toaster would do it some justice, maybe. But I know that this shelf-stable bread doesn't respond to heat like you would think. The flavor is fantastic. Even though the shelf-stable bread leaves something to be desired, the way they kind of, I don't know, maybe this isn't just like your standard shelf-stable bread. I mean, it's got these cinnamon pockets throughout, I guess. I don't know what, maybe cinnamon and syrup or something. I'm not sure. That's good though. At one time, I had like 100 of these. I don't know how many I got left. Gave a bunch away. I had like 100 of these and like 75 or 80 of the pepperoni pizza. I gave a bunch away. Bought a bunch off of Bob back in the day. I should still have a box somewhere. Should still have like 20 of these in it. And a handful of the pepperoni pizza. Man, I gave a bunch of those away back in the day. I used to put like 3 or 4 of each in a box when I was shipping people stuff, just to fill in like the voids in the packaging. All right. You know what? I want to do this first, and then we'll do my favorite item last. Oh, look at that glistening pile of goodness right there. All shiny. Oh, yeah. Crystallized on the ends. Oh, wow. This is what, 25 years old? Fig bar. That crunchy bit is so good. That's even better than the last time, the first one I had out of this pack. Because this has gotten even more crunchy and like solidified. That fig flavor, something happens with age like a wine. I mean, it just gets better. Stronger. It's more chewy. You have to like figs. Or Fig Newtons, whatever. To like these vintage ones. Because they do have a more enhanced flavor, I would have to say. I've made a mess on the table. All right. Cran Raspberry First Strike Bar. Oh, it's so fresh and pliable. Look at that. I don't usually get them when they're this fresh. A piece of cranberry. Oh, it smells like a creamy, raspberry. Cranberry and raspberry. Wow. It's such an explosion of fruity flavor. And it has this like perfect blended creaminess to it. Almost like it has a cream added to it. This one's perfectly chewy. Like it's got the perfect texture. That's probably one of the best ones I've ever had. Wow. The texture's like a soft taffy. I'm going to savor that for a minute. Overall, not a bad meal. Outside of the tuna, mayo, I left the corn nuggets with it. But all this stuff, it's up there. Oh yeah, they don't. Yeah, unfortunately, they don't ferment. They just get like flavor enhanced. Like the actual fig flavor just gets stronger over time. Texture changes, especially like where I've had that one open for a few weeks or whatever, however long it's been. I mean, I've had it in this package with the top flipped over, and it didn't get much air. But you can open a fig Newton, eat half of, or a fig bar, eat half of it, and come back a year later and still eat it. I've done it. I've done it longer than that, actually, because I packed it away, forgot about it, whatever. Come up on it, I'm like, oh, whoa, I got half a fig bar, and I would eat it. But no, the fig bar is definitely enhanced with time. And then once you open it, as long as it's a vintage one, it gets better. I don't know about newer ones. I'm going to have to assume probably a similar thing happens, changing texture-wise. Although I think the newer ones just get hard. Those don't. They just get more chewy. Like a firmer chewy. Piece of cranberry stuck in the back of my throat. All right, 85 milligram challenge mint. Oh, this one's got blue speckles in it. This one had whatever, red speckles. Yeah. I don't know if you can see it or not. And these ones, this one didn't show in. Oh, right there. It's got like a bluish green. Huh. Now with the gum, the delivery system with it is like through your tongue, I think might even be like sublingual through underneath your tongue and like obviously saliva. But I don't know what it is about the gum, but it worked really well for me in the past. The mints are not bad. None of that like weird flavor from the caffeine like the cinnamon gum gets, the red gum. That stuff's pretty, I don't know, weird. It's got a bunch of blue speckles in it. Oh. It's like textured. I mean, if I need a caffeine pick me up, which I drink Mountain Dew, so it's got so much caffeine in it, my body doesn't react to caffeine like a normal person, I guess. Alright. Check the chat. Chewing tobacco, wait, what was he saying? You could probably make an improvised filling from a first strike bar. Filling? I know chewing tobacco and hot pepper work for that purpose, at least according to some old survival manuals I've read. What do you mean filling? What is the best first strike flavor, Kaylin? This one? This menu? Used to work with a fellow who worked or served in Guatemala, I assume. He said someone in his outfit chewed 14 pieces of MRE gum back to back, and the resulting diarrhea put him out of action for a while. I mean, yeah, I could see that. The saccharin, they put that fake sweetener in the gum, and the fake sweetener does act like a stimulant to your gut, and it does cause someone with a very healthy gut, and most times probably younger kids, it'll cause that as a result. That's what it is a myth that they put laxatives in the gum, but if you chew enough of the gum, it could certainly have somewhat of a the effect of a laxative if you chew enough of it. So 14 pieces. I can't remember which fake sweetener they use in the gum. I don't think it's saccharin. You know what? I'm also... what they use for the sweetener? Sugar in the lemon. The lemonade. Maltodextrin, sugar, citric acid, natural and artificial flavors, sodium citrate, dextrin, partially hydrogenated soybean oil, corn syrup, lemon juice, solids, lemon oil, ascorbic acid, vitamin C, yellow 5, lake, silicon dioxide as an anti-caking agent, and it contains soy. So they used actual sugar in this, which is not always the case. What kind of sweetener did they use in the mints? I guess, sucralose, maltodextrin. So sucralose, aspartame. Aspartame. There you go. There's your fake sweetener. And that's probably what they use in the gum. Sorbitol was used in the gums. I'm wondering. Well, I think this has sorbitol. It has sucralose. It has aspartame. All that in here. Sorbitol is the #1 ingredient, but aspartame is up there. Interesting. Interesting. I wonder if you ate enough of them mints. I wonder what that'd do. What if you had ate like 2 or 3 packs all at once? It'd take 10 packs. Wait, no. Take 10 mints for 850 milligrams of caffeine. I don't know how much is in a Mountain Dew. Probably about that. Is this old Pepsi? Nah, there's no. It's too old. It doesn't even have ingredients list on it. It's got a barcode though. Probably 70s. Here is this. Wait, is it on the... Maybe. It's on the top. Is the ingredients list. Carbonated water. High fructose corn syrup. Second ingredient. Sugar. Caramel color. Phosphoric acid. Caffeine. Citric acid. Natural flavors. Doesn't tell you how much caffeine. Hang on. I'll go grab a Mountain Dew. Let's see how much is in a Mountain Dew, because I don't know. Pretty sure it tells us how much caffeine's in here. I could be wrong. Could be wrong. $77 milligrams in a 16.9 ounce bottle, which means that a 20 ounce bottle is going to have probably over 85. Definitely over 85. Probably at least over 85. I want to say like 90 to 100. 77 milligrams per 16.9 fluid ounces. Okay. So one of those mints has more caffeine in it than one 16.9 ounce bottle of Mountain Dew. Interesting. About the same as a cup of coffee, maybe. 96 and a 20. I said 90 to 100. I was just kind of trying to figure out how many milligrams per ounce it would be. And it'd be like, what, roughly like 4 milligrams per ounce. So it would add like another 16, 17 milligrams. 87 be like 93, 94, something like that. Yeah, that's spot on. Spot on. I had heard something that was relevant to the ration community, to us, and it is slipping my mind right now. Must not have been very important, but Well, I picked up some weird, like, advertising mixed candy type deal. This stupid Oscar Mayer gummy snack pack with mac and cheese, Oscar Mayer, oh, and Klaus and pickles. So there's a pickle flavored gummy, hot dog flavored gummy. Probably not. Probably a hot dog or a pickle flavored though. What are these? What's it say? Maybe they are. I doubt it. They're probably just sweet. But the mac and cheese one's kind of disturbing. Look at that. That don't look like mac and cheese. I don't know what it looks like. Some sort of grub, yellow grub of some kind. Then I got this crap. I remember this from like when my kids were kids, little kids. I don't even know what it is. What is it? Hazardous sour candy, but I don't know what that, it says it's in pieces. Consuming more than one piece at a time may cause irritation to the mouth. Sensitive individuals should not consume this product. There's only 10 calories in this, which is kind of crazy. It's still in date. I ain't had it that long. Maybe a year or so. The original formula Jolt Cola. I mean, you can find some of it out there. Whether it's still going to be carbonated, the cans are still going to be pressurized or not, that's what you got to look for. But if you can find it that's still tight, the cans are still tight, then it'll be good. Throw it in the refrigerator and it'll most likely taste just like it used to. There's so much sugar and preservatives in that crap. As long as the seal isn't compromised, it's probably going to be good. I got a couple old beers that... That's not it. This is I'm kind of... Well, it's not that one either. Must have been this one. And that's this one. See it kind of seeping around the seal right there? But it still feels tight. I mean, I know this is a steel can, but it's got pressure. It's still got pressure, which is what you want. Like these probably won't have that like weird gelatinous crap in the bottom of them. They might have some floaties throughout them, like a protein separation or something. I'm not exactly sure what happens, but these probably won't be too bad. I got a vintage Bosch premium here and a Van Merit, which is some sort of imported German, but it's also got a spot down there on the bottom of the can that's concerning. This one, I'm going to have to drink this one pretty soon. I don't think it'll make it much longer, especially if I fool with it and like jostle it around and shake it around. It'll lose its integrity that it still has right now. That's also another way you can tell. Hear how that sounds? Almost like, I don't know how to describe it. It's like there's air in it, which there is. But yeah. I got to go through all my vintage sealed. It's the stuff I still have sealed. I have so many empty cans that I need to get rid of or put on display or something. Man, I lost a lot of stuff when it comes to eating history. They had so much of my stuff. They had a survival kit that now would probably cost me $1,500, $2,000 to replace or more. Um, World War II era. I had a mint case of 1982s, which I'd love to have back. June of 1982 is my birth year, my birth date, my birth month, birth year. I did buy a case of 1982s off of Trucker a few years ago, and I think I paid a lot for those. It seems like I think I give him like $300 or $400 for them, probably something like that. But I think they're September of '82, if I remember right. I've never actually opened it. It's still wrapped the same way he sent it to me. Those will get opened on a special occasion or special review of some kind. As soon as I get this stupid studio done. All right. Yeah, I'm heavily thinking about moving out of this state. Eventually out of the country. But that'll be some years down the road, as long as God willing I live that long. But yeah, I'm thinking if I do move to a different country, I'll live longer. Our food here is so contaminated, so purposely poisoned that, and I see these. Oh, don't act like them preservatives or anything bad. Okay, Mr. Scientist, in the comments of a video on a TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or X, whatever, dude. Like, the long-term damage of all these chemicals and preservatives that we put into our body on a daily basis has not been studied. But what is very common sense and apparent is it's if you look at the health of people 50, 60 years ago, 40 years ago even, 50, 40, yeah, more close to 50, they didn't have the problems that we have. And people are starting to die younger. And I mean, it's, our food's bad. Our food's bad. I don't care what anybody says. I know. It's common sense, really. It really is. If you look at ingredients list, it's very hard to avoid foods that aren't just jam-packed with the chemicals and preservatives that we, again, most of us consume on a daily basis. And maybe they have done some long-term studies on, I don't know. I know one that they haven't done is corn syrup. Or if they have, they're not telling. They're not telling you what the results are. But, I don't know. I wonder what the long-term effects of silicone dioxide are. Or if you mix silicone dioxide with the corn syrup, or if you mix silicone dioxide with, I don't know. I'm sure there's plenty of crap in here. Stuff I can't even pronounce. Gum Arabic. What's that about? Caffeine, sodium citrate. You know, when you mix all these things together, I don't think there's been, oh, I know there hasn't been studies on this stuff. Alzheimer's definitely is a problem. One of my buddies, now his grandpa was old. He was in his 90s. I think 96, and he just passed away last year. Not last year, 2 years ago now, 2024, with Alzheimer's. had dementia, Alzheimer's, then dementia, real bad, and now his grandma has it, and she is also way up in her 90s. I think microplastics has a hand in that as well. That, along with everything else that we're consuming. And if you go and you look at other countries, they're not having the same issues. They're not having the diabetes. Even countries that, look, a lot of people that live in these, like, almost, well, they're, depends on how you look at it, almost third world countries, whatever, Thailand, Vietnam, places that are definitely have areas of that are modernized, and also have areas that aren't. But if you just look, like, a lot of those people that are in the modern areas eat a lot of food, but that food that they're eating isn't processed like our food is, and jam-packed with the preservatives like ours is. So they can eat a lot of food and not have severe health issues caused by that food. Or two, they had cigarettes and rations, for goodness sake. Exactly. Well, not a lot of them. I mean, we're running out of World War II, guys. Like, we're really getting down there. I mean, I don't know what the exact number is, but I do know in the past 5 to 7 years, we've lost the majority, like, that we had left. I would say we're probably, man, I would hate to speculate on what the number is, but it's getting low, and eventually there's going to be that last guy. And if you have the opportunity to chat with somebody like that, you definitely should take it if they're willing to talk. And that's something I should seek out and start doing. Some sort of documentary documenting the last era, the last bit of World War II guys. Because, I mean, if you think about it, a lot of those guys they're coming up on 100. I mean, if they were 18 and went in 42, let's see, let's just call it 40. Let's make it easy math. That'd be 60. It'd be 76 plus 26. Yeah, they're 100 years old. These guys are 100 years old. And, I mean, you had some guys that kind of snuck their way in. A few guys that were in 16, that their parents signed them in when they were 16, 17 years old. I know there were rare cases of even younger guys, like, sneaking their ways in. That's back when you could really take pride in what this country was fighting for. I'm not so sure where we're at now. What's going on? I don't know. Everything is so distorted and corrupt, and if you look at the corruption and the extortion and the fraud, and it's aggravating. And there's a lot of talk about actually people wanting to do something about it finally this year, but I don't foresee it happening. I think everybody's just going to pay their taxes as usual, and politicians are going to divvy that money out to each state, and in those states, those liberal states, will take that money and let illegals rob them blind. I mean, it's definitely happening in Ohio. I think it's happening here in West Virginia as well. I thought about looking into it myself because nobody else is doing it, and I don't think anybody else is going to do it here. The only reason I even bring it up and think about it is because of my experience at Christmas time when we went shopping in Huntington. The difference and what I seen was shocking versus the last time that I was there and done some sort of Christmas shopping in Huntington. This year, I mean, it's reaching small town America. You know, the illegals are everywhere. There's probably between 30 and 40 million of them here, and it's a problem. They're taking resources from your family, from the people, definitely people that you know and care about, likely. I think that's enough that should want us to do something about it. SIGs back then in the 40s and 50s, certainly most of them would have been, not most, yeah, most of them would have been non-filters, and the tobacco wouldn't have been pesticide covered at that point like it is now, and they wouldn't have sprayed it afterwards and preservative chemicals. So yeah, tobacco back then would have been a lot better. So that's like my great great grandpa. I knew my great great grandpa for years, till I was 8 or 9. Grandpap's what we called him. Um, and then my great grandpa also knew him quite well. Pawpaw is what I called him. I've talked about this before, but both those guys smoked. One smoked a corncob pipe, the other one rolled his own cigarettes most of the time, but he would smoke Lucky Strikes and, oh, what was that other brand that he smoked? It was in a can. Prince Albert. When I guess maybe when he'd run out of tobacco that he grew and cut and he sold off whatever, kept enough to roll himself. Maybe he would run out, and that's why he would buy some Lucky Strike, or maybe he just wanted some easy smokes he didn't have to roll himself. Um, but my great grandpa also drank alcohol that they made right there on the farm. The only food he ate came from right there, right off his own farm, his own beef, his own pork, his own vegetables that they grew in the garden, own tobacco. I mean, own alcohol, everything. Water come from a spring up on the hill. It still does on that farm. Huge farm. Uh, that that right there is a huge part of living a good life. That right there. If you could live like that right there, you'll be more healthy and you'll live a lot better life. I mean, it's hard to do now. It was hard to do back then, but there really wasn't options back then like there are now. Well, there were because it was in the 80s, but they were a lifelong into it. Still the wild tobacco grown in America, most people so strong that you shouldn't use it whilst driving. That's good. I know they've bred marijuana now into something that I don't know. It's something different now than what it used to be. Heck, it may even be addictive now. I don't know. I I know it's definitely something that's weird. And then the wild tobacco, I've never heard that before, so I'd be interested in trying some myself. A collapsing 2 liter. Just recently scored a collapsing 2 liter canteen and an Alice pouch without the strap. Wait, an Alice pouch without the strap. The canteen itself has a headwind logo and the US 1968. It's in excellent shape. The collapsing canteen. So like those plastic ones, like the really thin plastic ones. Is that what you're talking about? I don't know if I know what you're talking about. Pretty good. A lot of maltodextrin in it. Let me look that up. Hedwig, right? I don't know if I've ever seen one of these in person before. Is it is it like square shaped, or is it like just odd shaped? Because you got them that's like just kind of a rough, not round, but kind of round shape, and then you have some that are kind of squared. What shape is it? I got so much stuff, I don't know if I could just bug out. I mean, I got stuff I'd grab to just bug out, but and I got bags. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know much about these collapsing canteens unless it's like a Boy Scout version. Those ones, kind of common. You see a lot of the Boy Scout type. But if it's military, which they do exist, that's going to be probably more on the rare side. Because again, I haven't seen any. There for a while, I got on a kick of collecting canteens and mess kits and stuff. Oh, this one right here is one of my favorites. It's just like so oddly impractical in a regular setting because of its shape being completely round. Like, it'll set up, but it wants to tip to one side or the other. Yeah, tips to this side with more weight on it. I mean, you can balance it out. It's not easy to do, especially after it's got liquid in it. But this one is, I got a few of these. I've picked up a few over the years, and the canteen cup is also cool and kind of unique in itself, just to hold the round cup or the round canteen. There you go. Pretty cool. Pretty cool design. No date on the cup. And then this cover that I got it at a thrift store locally here. I think I got a couple of these. I got one that's lined. It's got the fleece lining in it. I got one that's quilted. It's got like the like those, not quilted, but horse blanket lined, like the Carhartts, kind of same thing. This is definitely one of my favorites. Now, I also really like the British mess kits, the mess kit part of things. Like this. I don't know why I like the double stack design. Spiders and everything else in this thing. I ain't used it in that long. Cobwebs. But these are pretty cool. They used to be able to pick those up on eBay for like $15. They were super cheap. I don't know. I'd say they probably still are. I got a couple of them. That one's not British. I can't remember what this one is. PSL. I don't know. I'm not sure. 1968. BB 1968. Let me look real quick. Come on. Oh yeah, I've got a check one right there too. Man, here's one. It's $25, but they want 30 shipping. That's too much. You used to be able to get the German ones real cheap too. The Swiss kits were always expensive because they come with the alcohol stove. Huh. There are some cool mess kits out there. Vintage, world famous mess kit. That's... Huh. Maybe I searched the wrong thing. Let me try something else. Oh, here we go. Okay. $31.23 free shipping. Coming from Lithuania. It's not horrible. It's not great. Probably do better. Ooh, this is a cool one. It's $50, but it's from 1944. February 1944. Very, very cool. The outside one's rough though, man. Anyway. The date. And then, see how rough it is? Mess kit from Yugoslavia. I got one of them right here too. I always liked the Yugo kit too. It's pretty cool. So you got your bowl, you got your cup, you got your canteen, and you got your pot to cook on, which is metal. Pretty thick too. I mean, it's not heavy. Too bad. It's got a little weight to it, but it ain't too bad. And your canteen, your little cup locks onto the top of it, and then that fits nice and tight down inside of there. And then I don't think there's any date on this. No, I've had this one for a good while. I've got my original World War II canteen down there. My trays got stories to them. I think they're cool. I got a German down there that was sent to me by a nice young man in Germany. And then I've got an East German right here. Right here. It's got the little metal cup that you can cook with that. It's got the leather strap that goes around it here. Kind of cool. Anything with leather on it like this that's vintage, I dig it. I like anything old and leather. Get your plastic canteen in there. This one probably does have a date on it somewhere. I don't think I've ever broken it down and looked at the plastic on the inside. I don't know, it's in good shape though. I like the little butterfly handle. It's nice. Folds over. Stores flat. I don't know, I got some kits right here. My camp stove, which I haven't used in a while. This thing, awesome. Yeah, I used to be able to get these for $5 to $7 on eBay. You probably still can get them really cheap. Right there. Little hose on it to hook up to your cans of butane, propane, whatever. These are cool. These are cool. Highly recommend. I've had great luck with mine. Oh, look at this vintage old Milwaukee. She's rough. Real rough. I don't know what to do about that label. This thing has got some age to it. I would say, yeah, I mean, it could be 1935. It's either 1935 or 1952. Judging by the bottle, I think it's 1932. Very old old Milwaukee. And then I got this old bottle of wine. Sam Adams. Sam Adams Triple Bock. Yeah, this is a weird one as well. It's got like this. I don't know if that's rubberized or waxed or what that is on top of there. It's a weird seal, and I think it's corked. This is just 1995, so this is only what, 31 years old, 30 years old. Triple Bock ale, brewed with maple syrup, brewed and bottled by the Boston Beer Company under special arrangement. Interesting. Gabe hooked me up with this. It's a super cool cobalt blue glass. I don't know if you can tell. This light probably ain't gonna help. Yeah, it does. Look at that. After I drink this, I'll clean it out, and that'll be a really cool display piece. Yes, sir. Yep. What is this? I don't know what that is. And then I got one other cool beer down here. Oh my God. Oh, I ain't drinking that. Look at the freaking blob that's formed in the bottom of that. Holy. Wow. It's a Miller High Life. You can barely tell what the label says on it. This is an old one. It is possibly 1938. Look at the color. Looks like a pea jug off of Trailer Park Boys. That color is just... I said I'll probably drink that. I'll probably end up drinking that. Yep. Got some cool stuff down there anyway. I cannot wait to get through all my stuff and make my displays. I'm going to have to put a bunch of stuff that I've got out, probably put it up. I have thought of the idea that I'm going to do a cork board. So anything that anybody sends in, letters, stuff that can be stuck up on a cork board, I'll do that. And then I'm going to also make a patch board out of Velcro. I'll probably start with a smaller one, about, I don't know, 12 or 24 by 12 or something like that. But I've got, I don't know, some patches that have been sent to me over the years. And yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm going to have that in the background. And then I'm going to do some display shelves. And then I'm going to make like some, they got these containers that are lit. I'm going to put some, like I'm going to do an MCI display. I've got a sock ration. I can't wait to open that. Some stuff like that that I'm going to put on display. And then when it's time to review it, it'll come out of the display box. It'll get eaten or try to get eaten. And then whatever's left over of it may get displayed again, may get put in a box. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It just depends on some of the vintage stuff, what you have left over. You know what I mean? You never know. I do have a very, very cool abandoned ship, sealed abandoned ship case that BTemple sent me years ago. I can't wait to get that thing put on display and opened up. That thing's going to be cool. It's either going to have like 18 packs of smokes in it or 2 full packs of smokes in it. I'm not sure which. I think it's 18, or is it? I think the cigarette pack is either 2 packages or maybe it's just 1. And it seems like there was a bunch of like 3 packs. There would have been, because it was like an odd number. It was 38. So it'd be 30. It must have been 36. It was a weird odd number of cigarettes if you got the small packs. So anyway, all right. Thanks again, Dan, for the super chat. Thank you guys for hanging out. I'm going to clean up my first strike mess here. I probably won't eat the rest of the French toast right now, but I will eat it because it'll keep for a couple days. I got a steak dinner in there that I'm not going to eat tonight. Not now. I am full after everything that I've eaten. I'll finish the applesauce and the cracker. Yeah. All right. Well, anyways, guys, next week is probably going to be a week of Dan. Stuff that he sent from Australia. I'm going to come together, like put a meal together. Main, some sides, some probably like candy. Drink. This drink right here. Throw it in the fridge. I will get it nice and cold. But this comes from his hometown in Tasmania. Tassie. Pure Tassie. Made with Tasmanian black currants. Rich in vitamin C. Awesome. Anyway, that's the plan next week. And then hopefully we'll have some snow on the ground or something by the time it's time to do. Or if it's snowing next week, I might swap things around. And we will dig into this, the other house down there. But this vintage, first year, Ration cold weather. It came from Rafco Freeze Dried. The famous, like everybody wanted to get their hands on these. Again, I said this, I think I paid like $120 for it or something. I don't know. But I bought it for a live stream. That's what I bought it for. That's what we're going to use it for. I'll probably do 1 bag 1 week and 1 bag the next week, because opening both bags at the same time does not make sense. It's too much food. But these have the super cool food bars in them. Instead of the freeze-dried mains just being like they normally are, all just freeze-dried and vacuum sealed in a bag, these were freeze-dried in little block forms and then sliced into 5 or 6 bars. 5, I think. Anyway, but see how it says bars? Slices? Does it say bars? Yeah, bars / slices. I don't know why they didn't keep doing this. I think if you had to eat on the go and you had to eat it dry, grabbing a bar, keep running. I mean, you could literally eat that while running. Pretty awesome. Not the best menu for me. The scalloped potatoes with pork. It's not bad, but it's not my favorite. I'd rather have chicken and rice or beef stew or chicken a la king. The only one I really wouldn't want, like, that I think this is better than, is the vermicelli, which is spaghetti. But freeze-dried spaghetti is way better than the retort pouch version. So, anyways, that's what's coming up. That's what's on the menu. And, all right. I thank you guys for hanging out. Don't forget that thumbs up or down. Either way, just give Google their fix of their feedback so they can get your data. They want your data. Give them your internal data. Yeah, I liked it. Yeah, I didn't like it. Whatever. Just let them have it. You know what I mean? It doesn't cost you nothing. Just go ahead and... I think you got a long press on the screen now to get the menu to come up. I'm not sure. Just to be able to like or dislike the video. But yeah. I should really start saying that at the very beginning, huh? If you like it, thumbs up. If you don't, thumbs down. Whatever. But I appreciate you all for doing it. And, yeah, I'll see you guys on the next one. Later.